Hi, I'm Arlene and I'm back again with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about fragrances that smell similar to Baccarat 540 in my collection. I have quite a few. I do not have the original Baccarat 540 by Maison Francis Kirk de John, but I have lots of similar smelling fragrances that are supposed to be dupes. At this point, I wouldn't say I want the original 540, but I do want the Extrait. So eventually I may get it, or I just might be content with having all of these similar smelling fragrances, but I'm going to bring them to you. This video took a different turn. I was thinking I was going to do it different, but then I was like, you might as well just bring them all out and talk about them. So I do have body sprays, and then I will go into the perfumes, but my first one is an oil. Before I get started, I want to say hello and welcome, glorious gang. I'm so glad you're here with me. Please remember to like, share, subscribe. And of course, I want you to leave me a comment. Let me know if you are into these Baccarat-ish type fragrances like I am. Do you have any? Do you want any? Do you like wearing them? Do they last on your skin? Let me know all of the things. Okay, so let me get right into it. So I'm going to start off with this oil that I have. It says, I think it says Barakkat Rouge. And I'm not sure if the numbers are 540 or not. But this does have that type of smell. The oil doesn't come out as heavy as I would want it to. Can you even see it? It's like right here on my wrist bone. But you can barely see it. And you see all this rubbing I'm doing. See, that should be really shiny right there. But there it is. Y'all, I be putting these things right up in my face, always touching my face and my lips. Yeah, it's not giving me the scent payoff that I would have thought. And that could be because it's not coming out the way that I want the oil to, but this is one. Maybe you can see the name. I think it does say 540. I wouldn't mind having this in a bigger oil. I may look for it one day, but this is a Middle Eastern oil. And I believe I got that off of Triple Traders. I did not write down the notes for that. So there's that. I know I paid about maybe $5 or $6 or something like that. Okay, so next I have Barakkat Rouge. This is Milestone, and I got this at TJ Maxx, the Milestone brand. And it has the notes of jasmine, saffron, ambergris, and cedarwood. This one smells pretty good. It smells really close to the Baccarat fragrance. It has the sweetness. I guess I'm gonna spray these out. It has a nice mister. Yeah, but it has that sweetness that Baccarat gives you, the airiness. Comes across very airy. and maybe even a little fluffy. And it has that nice sweetness that goes through the fragrance. Very easy to layer with. It's just an easy to wear, enjoyable fragrance. So that's the Barakkat Rouge. If you see that, I would say it's well worth a try. It's only like $16.99 or $19.99. I think it was $19.99. Yeah. I'm glad I have that one. The next one I have is by Finery, and it's called the New Rouge. This is a Target brand. It has golden saffron, amber, resin, sandalwood. They all have like a variation of some of the same notes. Some of them have saffron, some don't. Some have musk, some don't. Some have sandalwood, some have amber, some have resin, some have ambergris. So it's like a variation of those notes added with different things that kind of gives it that Baccarat-ish type smell. Now, right now, to me, this one isn't coming off as bright and sweet and easy to smell like the Barakkat Rouge. This one is harder to pick up to my nose. But when I wore it, I mixed it with I'm a Musk, got many compliments. And people said they could smell me. I wasn't getting a whole lot of scent. It was like type of deal. But people said that it was coming off of me and it was smelling really nice. Yeah, so for my nose, the Finery, the New Rouge, I'm not picking it up a lot. But in the air, it does what it's supposed to do. So it's kind of doing the same thing as the oil did. And I did this out of order. I meant to start with the mist. So I'm going to go back and start with the mist. So this is Victoria's Secret Midnight Bloom. This one is in the collection all the time. It's in the store. It has Moonflower, Creamy Woods. This one gives me the sweetness of the Baccarat, but I could not smell this on myself. And like I smelled it when I first sprayed it, but then I couldn't smell it again. And right now I can't remember. I've worn it, as you can see, but I can't remember what I wore it with. If you watch my layering videos, maybe you remember. I don't remember. But I remember that I don't remember it lasting on my skin. It was like I couldn't pick it up, and I can't remember if I got comments on it or not. So that is Midnight Bloom. I like the scent of it, but it just wasn't giving me what I wanted. Now, this is a new one to my collection. This is First Sight by Bath & Body Works. It's the men's wedding collection scent. So I just picked this one up. I have not given it a full wear, but I like the way that it smells. It has Italian bergamot, rich woods, sugared musk. I just sprayed this because I did a video before this, and I talked about, ooh, I'm picking up some woods, like some smokiness. That went away, and the sweetness came about and stayed. So I like this one. I think it will last on the skin, but I'm not sure because I haven't given it a full wear, but I'm glad I have it in my collection to play with and to layer with. So that's First Sight by Bath & Body Works. And it's the body spray. I wish they had made this in the cologne mist. I would have preferred it, but it is what it is. And the next body spray I have is in the Stars. Now, this one has notes of starflower, sandalwood, musk, sugar tangelo, white agar, and radiant amber. This one has a little bit of a citrus in it. And the note and the woodiness comes out in it to me. Like when I first spray this, I get a lot of the citrus. But as it dries down, it becomes a little bit sweeter and the woodiness comes out. This is, in my opinion, is not as sweet as a Baccarat 540-ish fragrance, but it is in the family. And I do enjoy it. It layers well. I can layer with anything and it smells good. This is a good one. It's in the stars. That is my second mist. I used one up. So we're going to go back to the fragrances. Just to recap, I already spoke about the oil. That's Middle Eastern. And that is from Barakkat. So this is Fragrance World because it's a Barakkat name. Okay, we're going to go with that. I don't know. Then I spoke about Finery. And I spoke about Barakkat Rouge. So now we're moving on to MIIM.MIIC. This is MIIM.MIIC 99. I got this from TJ Maxx or Marshall's. And I've been using this. I've been layering this with everything. Like the sprayer. This one comes across really light to me also. And then the sweetness comes through. I just read up on it. It says that this has the exact notes from Baccarat 540. So that's how they do these fragrances. I think they try to mimic the fragrance exactly and offer it to people at a lower price. Now, the smell is dissipating on me. It's disappearing. So it's kind of doing the same thing as the Finery brand, the Rouge one. But then when I put it on my skin, I notice when I mix it with different fragrances, that scent does come out. So the MIIM.MIIC 99 has notes of saffron, jasmine, amberwood, ambergris, fir resin, and cedar. This runs about $19.99. I did get this for like $16.99. They had marked it down for whatever reason, so I went ahead and picked it up. And they do have oils, but I have not found the 99 oil. I have one of the oils, and I think it's a 32. I don't know what it's mimicking, but I did pick it up. So I was like, oh, I'll use that. It was a pleasant scent. So next, I have Electimus Trajan. So this has notes of blood orange, mandarin orange, lemon, bergamot, saffron, lavender, sage, ambergris, oak moss, and cedar. So remember I was saying that they have variations of the fragrance notes. Like this one has cedar, it has the saffron, but then you're getting like some citruses at the top. And this one has the saffron. So to me, this is one that's probably more like the original Baccarat, where the scent is kind of fleeting to me. And it comes across very soft. And I wanted more from this. I think I wanted the citruses to maybe stick out more with that sweet airiness. Now, this is getting better to me, but it's still very light wearing. So what I've discovered, and maybe that's why I want the Extrait instead of the original from Baccarat, I've discovered that I wanted to have more of a punch in the scent. Now this one is Greenwich Village. People go wild for this, men and women. They love this one. This is by Bond number 9. They need to improve their sprayers. Their atomizers. This one is getting better to me also. The scent is getting a little bit more bright to me. It has the Greenwich Village. It has lychee, cassis, mandarin orange, water lily, peony, jasmine, ambroxan, praline, vanilla, musk, and oak moss. Now I'm getting more of the fruits in this one. It smells a lot better to me now. I don't know if I've lowered my expectation or it just got better. I don't know, but it does smell better to me. Way better. Last year I was like, is this what all the hype is about? And I smelled it in the store. But that wasn't the one that I was hyped about. I was hyped about Tribeca. But yeah, this is smelling good. One of my co-workers really likes this one. And I smelled it on her and I was like, okay, that's what I'm smelling. And she was like, it's her favorite. So, hey girl, if you're watching me. But yeah, she said it was her favorite. And I was like, it's just okay, but it is smelling better. Y'all, I messed up my top on this. I had to put another sprayer on here. And I want the original because it's the, what do they call it? It goes shh. So it has that nice sprayer on here, but this one just, okay, anyway. That's not what we're here for. Oh, this is doing it. Maybe I did find one that's doing it. Okay. Okay, so now this one, Instant Crush. This has saffron, ginger, Sicilian mandarin, Sicilian bergamot, amberwood, Moroccan rose, Egyptian jasmine, Indonesian patchouli leaf, Madagascar vanilla, white musk, sandalwood, oak moss. This one has the spiciness to it, and then the sweetness comes out. This, to me, is just a really good fragrance to get, man, woman, child, whatever. This is a good fragrance to get. It smells good by itself. It layers with everything. This is a beautiful layering fragrance. And for fragrances that need some depth, it gives it that depth and then it still adds the airiness. This is a good one. And it's not as pricey as $540. I really enjoy the Instant Crush. And maybe I enjoy it so much because I can smell it easier, even though it's adding it's a twist on the Baccarat 540 because of the spiciness. But this is good. So that's Instant Crush. And you can usually find these for under $100. It is 4 mils. Yeah. I mean, 4 ounces. So it's 120 mils. 4 ounces, 120 mils. This is a lot of perfume. Well worth the buy. Instant Crush by Mansara. one of my favorites for a Baccarat 540 type of scent. Now, most of these that we're getting into now, I really enjoy these. Next, I have Burberry Her. This is your sweet, fruity, strawberry or mixed berry Baccarat type of scent. This was created by MFK himself. So people automatically say that this smells like Baccarat, is just fruity. But what I would say, I really, really enjoy this fragrance. It gives you that pretty fruitiness, and you still get the airiness. So this one has lots of fruits. It has strawberry, raspberry, blackberry, sour cherry, black currant, mandarin orange, and lemon. Then you're getting some violet and jasmine. And then you're getting musk, vanilla, cashmerian, woody notes, oak moss, amber, and patchouli. This is so good. And after it sits for like a year, oh my God. It's like it just blossoms. It smells good when you first get it, but when it sits in your collection and it does what it do, this is good. Oh, yes. I'm so glad I have this back in my collection. I don't know. For the people that's been watching me, you know I broke this bottle because I did a little short about it. Oh my God, that was crazy. But anyway, I have another one, a baby bottle, but I have it. So next, I have a new one to my collection, and this one is on the spicier side also, but it's doing what it's supposed to do. This is pretty. This is by Afnan. It's a Middle Eastern fragrance. This is Afnan Edict Ambertyme. So it says this one came out in 2022. I don't know. I didn't get any play in 2022 because I was doing this then. I was into the Middle Easterns then. I started getting into them, and I didn't hear anything about this. This one has a lot of cinnamon. So you're getting that spicy note. I don't want this to reflect there. Okay, so you're getting cinnamon, amber, tonka bean, saffron, vanilla, jasmine, ambergris, cedar, and sandalwood. The cinnamon is playing a lot at the top when you first spray it. But as it wears down, the cinnamon kind of calms down and you get that beautiful, airy, beautiful scent. Now the spices are still there, but it's a really, it wears nice. So I enjoyed the one time I wore this. Now, did I get compliments? I don't remember. I'll have to go back and see what I said. I know sometimes I can remember when I get compliments, and then other times I can't. One of my videos, I did the whole video and didn't remember that I had got a few compliments and didn't say anything about it when I went over my fragrance tray. That's crazy. And I was like, how can I forget that? Because I even had to give somebody the name of it. I had to help them look it up. Or I looked it up for them and gave it to them. But yeah, that was Tuskegee Marina. It was a hit at work. And I forgot all about it. So next, this one is Lattafa's Badée Oud Sublime. Now, at first, when I wore this, I thought because I layered it with Instant Crush, that was why people thought it was a Baccarat type fragrance. But this actually, when you get rid of all the sweet fruitiness and it wears down, something about it comes across as a Baccarat. That airiness comes out. So the Barakkat Rouge Sublime has notes of lychee, rose, apple, jasmine, plum, moss, vanilla, patchouli. So as you see, the further I talked about these fragrances, the further it got away from the original Baccarat, but it's still there. But yeah, this is good. Barakkat Rouge Sublime. Very inexpensive. It's a Middle Eastern brand. It's Latafa. You probably can get these like $20 now. Until people hype them up probably in the summertime again. Then they'll go back up. But right now, I think they're like $20 or less. And it's a good fragrance. It's so fruity and pretty. And people say that it smells to them like Kayali's Juicy Apple, Eden Juicy Apple. I don't have that fragrance. Oh, yes, I do. I have a trial now, a little sample. But I didn't have that fragrance, so that just smelled good to me, the Middle Eastern one. Now, this is Navatus Ambrosia Imperiale. Another spicy fragrance. But when it dries down, you start to get the Baccarat thing in the dry down. I also layered this with Instant Crush. But even without layering it, you're getting that Baccarat type of thing. Once it dries down. So this is Ambrosia Imperiale. This has banana, rum, Brazilian orange, Ceylon cinnamon, Davana. Then it has dates, orchid, jasmine, amberwood. And at the base it has caramel, vanilla, whipped cream, benzoin, musk, and saffron. So right now, when you first smell it, you're getting a lot of that cinnamon and the sweetness and the spiciness. But when it wears down, that's kind of when that sweet saffron, musky, amber thing goes on. That's in Baccarat. But for sure at the top, you're getting a lot of that cinnamon and spices in the dates. Super sweet. So that's Ambrosia Imperiale. And last but not least, one of my favorites. Woo. This is good, y'all. This right here. This is MIIM.MIIC For Your Love. Oh, yes. This has raspberry musk, ambergris, patchouli, and benzoin. This has that airiness going on. And of course, at the top, you're getting a lot of that raspberry. But then the raspberry calms down and then you're getting some of that, just the fruity, sweet fluffiness. It is beautiful. Ooh. But yes, for whatever reason, whatever different kind of aspect, all of these, in my opinion, has a Baccarat-ish type of thing going on. So, please, in the comments, Let me know what fragrances that you have that Baccarat-ish type of thing going on. Even if it's supposed to be a dupe, or you know that it's made to be similar, just let me know in the comments. And if you have any of these fragrances, is it giving you that Baccarat-ish type of DNA? Okay, so this is the end of my video, and I thank you for watching. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you in the next one, Glorious Gang. Bye-bye.